Hi, I'm Jen.
I'm Brian.
And today, we had our Christmas party. That's how come I got my name on my hat today.
He's Jen.
So, anyways, today what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little about sparring. Sparring is we already know is a whole different enchilada. It's a whole different animal, right? But a lot of the drills and skills, they cross over from your self-defense training, right? So they're both really, really good to learn, all right? So the first is distance fighting. So the first thing when you're talking about distance fighting is ranges, right? So we know there's kicking range, right? If we're in a fighting stance, Brian's in a fighting stance, right? Kicking range is where he can take, from here, right? He can touch me with his lead leg, okay? Or kick me with his rear leg. See, he can hit me, right? This is kicking range, right? Okay, half a step in from here, this is boxing range. This is where he can fully rotate his shoulders and he can touch me in the face, in the body, right? Okay, he can touch our master bedroom, right? That's boxing range, okay? And then half step in from here, we know this called trapping range. This means that from a bent arm, 70-degree angles, Brian can touch my body. Okay? This is our range. This is Wing Chun range. Okay? Then half a step in from here, right? This is also this can be elbow range. This can also be knee range, right? And this can also be grappling range, right? Takedowns, throws, wrestling, right? Okay? So now, today we're only going to focus, not the kicking, not the elbows, not the knees, not the takedowns. Eventually we'll cover it all. But today we're only going to cover right now is the boxing range. Okay? So, this range, where he can touch me like this. Okay? I am now in boxing range. Right? Even if I shift my feet 1 foot in front, he can touch me. I'm in boxing range. So we're going to worry about this range, right? Now, as a Chinese boxer, what do you want to do in this range?
Stay out of your range.
Yeah, you tell them. Don't tell me, tell them.
Stay out of his range.
Stay out of what range?
Boxing range.
Stay out of boxing range. Half a step. So, that means if I can do this to Brian, right, come here, Brian, okay, like this, or even if he shifts this 1 foot in front, like a fighting stance, or he shifts the other way so they can see, right, and his hands are up, right, I can still touch him, right, with a straight turned wrist, or turned hand. That means he's in my range, he's in boxing range, okay? So he wants to be half a step outside of boxing range. So he's going to take half a step. See now, right here, put your hands down. I can't reach him unless I overextend. Then I can reach him. Or I take a step in. Okay? Then I can reach him. Right? So if he's there, right? Or if he neutral stance, okay? But the distance here doesn't change. He's still half a step out of boxing range. Okay? That's where if you're sparring and you're trying to develop your Wing Chun skills, you have to stay out here. Okay? You have to learn this range. Again, we're not talking about kicking range today. All right? So, we're only going to worry about the boxing. Okay? So now, the problem is that when Wing Chun guys are sparring, they spar with what? Other Wing Chun guys. So, I want to be here, medium range. Brian wants to be here. So, Wing Chun guys don't really learn to turn your shoulders like a boxer, like a true boxer. True long range, right? So, if you really want to develop your skills against a boxer, you need to train against people who can really do that, all right? So, since I have a lot of experience boxing, okay, so I'm going to help Brian develop his skill, this drill. So one easy way to start is Brian is going to keep his bent arm range. Okay, a 70-degree range, angle, right? This range, okay? And I'm going to fully extend my arms like a boxer, okay? Right? Fully extend, right? So this is good for him. I can use both hands, this is okay, but my arms are fully extended, okay? Brian's going to lightly touch my hands. Okay? Now, his goal, and you can cut my hands, yeah. Okay? His goal now is to keep this distance, keep this space. So if I move forward, Brian has to adjust, keep this range. If I move right, he moves left. If I move left, he moves right. If I go back, he has to follow me. Right? If I switch my feet, he can switch his feet. He has to do whatever he can, right, to maintain this range. Okay? I'm trying to pull away. I'm trying to get close. I'm trying to get around him. Okay? Right? And you notice the footwork, okay, is dictated by Brian trying to maintain the shoulders, his hip, and his heel alignment. Okay? So don't worry about how you should move your feet. Okay? I always, if you look at my feet, when I'm moving, okay, I always use like a crab, small movements, small movements, small movements. Okay? Small movements. You don't want to use big movements like this. Okay? Not like that. Small movements, small movements. Okay? Small movements, small movements, small movements. Okay? So just do it like that. I'm fully extended. Brian's just learning to maintain, right? Small movements, small movements. Yeah, that's it. Keep your arms bent. Yeah. Okay? He's trying to maintain this range. Got it? So that's one easy drill for you to start learning how the correct distance, where you should be at all times. Okay? After you learn that drill, okay, then what I want you to do is have one person put on some boxing gloves. Okay. So I got some boxing gloves. Or you can use MMA gloves, just be careful. Alright, so I'm going to put these gloves on. Alright, now I'm going to nail Brian. I'm going to knock him out. Okay, so Brian's going to learn to keep that range. Now, I'm the boxer, so I get to turn my shoulders. Okay, Brian's going to put his hands behind his back, like this. The reason why I do this is because I don't want Brian to rely on his hands to do all the defense. I want Brian's feet to do all his defense. Okay, position. Learn to get the position. All right, control the distance. So my job as a boxer is I'm going to try to touch Brian's face, a little light love tap. Okay, or a love tap, right? Okay? While I'm in long range. Brian's job is to stay half a step out of my boxing range. Okay? But I can move my feet too, so I'm going to but I'm going to go slow. Okay? I'm going to help Brian. I'm going to be a good partner. I'm going to help him develop this skill. So from here, right? And you also notice Brian doesn't commit a foot. The reason why I don't like to commit a foot is when you're sparring, if you put one foot in front, then it becomes a target, right? It becomes a target, right? I don't necessarily like it, unless you have to put it there. But I like to keep the feet fairly neutral, as long as you, okay? Because now, by putting the foot back, slide it back to a neutral stance, now there's nothing here for me. I have to really get in close now to get to Brian's body or to his head. Okay? He pulls his structure all the way out. All right? So I like to start this way. But of course he can move. All right? So we're going to play a little bit. I'm going to try to touch. Brian's going to try to stay away. Okay? I'm trying to touch. Okay? Try to touch. Okay? And it's a good habit to not learn to go straight back. Like Brian's doing, that's not a good habit. He should circle Circle, yeah. Like a crab, see that? He circles, see? He becomes evasive. Yeah. Okay? Alright? You notice he's trying to keep his structure. Okay? He's using small steps. Right? Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Don't let me get in. Good. Okay? Now obviously you don't have to worry about hooks, uppercuts, because a good boxer is not going to try to hook and uppercut you from out here. This is silly, right? No boxer is going to do this, right? The only time I would do it is if you made a mistake. If you came in, yeah, then I would uppercut and hook, right? Okay, so practice that way. Light touch with your partner. Make sure you go back and forth with your partner. Okay. Then the last thing I want you to practice is triangle step. Okay. So Brian's going to show you. So if I come in, and let's say I punch, we're not going to. This is more like from a static position. We're not going to move around yet. From here, all I'm going to do is don't move Brian. I'm going to step and punch, and try to drill Brian in the chest or in the nose. Right? Okay. Brian is going to do his triangle step. Okay. One, slide, get to a V step. Come here. You see his feet? They form a V. Okay? We call that a V step. Right? Then he's going to step and slide in. That's the triangle step. Okay? You guys are used to this from the muck jump, right? Okay? If I'm here, this is the muck jump, right? He slides out, get to the V step, slide in. No, slide behind. You can step behind the leg, or if the leg is rude, step out. Okay, but if the leg is in your way, you can step in front. Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay, don't worry about it too much. Front or behind. Okay, same thing. He goes the other way. Slide out. Okay, he's going to triangle step in. See? Okay, if my foot's in his way, he steps out. V step, and then he can step in front. That's okay too. Okay, you don't have to worry about so much the knee from there and stuff because his hand should be, once he steps in, I should be off balance. Okay? Alright, so from here, don't use your hands yet. We're just training your feet, training your body. I'm going to come in with a straight punch. We'll go this way so they can see. Alright? I'm going to step in, and I'm going to try to drill Brian right in the nose. That's going to force him to do what? He's going to step. Then he's going to step in. Okay? You see he's facing me. He's entered my space. I feel crowded. Okay? Then go back. Okay? You're just going to keep practicing this. See that? Slide out. V step, slide in. Okay? Slide out and then slide in. Okay? Slide out and then V step or triangle step in. Okay? And you want to practice both sides. Step. Okay? Step. And don't worry about making mistakes. Okay? If I punch this way, but Brian goes the other way, he just steps in inside. Yeah, see, this is fine. Okay? There's nothing wrong. You can be inside or outside. Okay? Doesn't matter. Outside my arm, he goes inside my arm. Doesn't matter. Okay? Get it? So now I want you to practice like that. All right? But a couple things. We talked about that range, right? Being outside of boxing range. Okay? Give me a boxing stance, Brian. Okay? Now, if Brian punches, let's say. See this? I'm in my bent arm. Right? He's fully extended. This is the half step out of boxing range, right? This is good for me. Right? Now, if Brian steps in, let's say, I'm pretending like he's stepping in with a punch. Right? Yeah, okay? But I'm just going to stay connected to him. Okay? Now from here, let's say Brian steps in with the punch. If I just step straight back, I haven't gained anything. Okay? So what you want to learn to do, that's how come stepping back, not always good. What you want to do is, this is like the center. Think of this as the center of a compass, like a compass, right? You go like this, and the compass swivels, right? So from here, when he steps in, I'm going to swivel around that point. But I'm in half step out of boxing range. When he steps in to punch me, I'm still the same distance. This distance is still half step out of boxing range. Okay? This is where I'm going to V-step. Okay? So why this is important is because this is where people get into trouble. Why? Because Brian steps in, but when I step out, see, I go to a V-step or I go to a triangle step, but when I step, I'm too far from Brian now. I'm too far. Now when I step in, he's already going to adjust, okay, and nail me. Okay? Or, same thing, right? Brian steps in and punch, right? Okay, he steps in, but I step in like this, okay? But I already feel crowded. I feel like this. Now this becomes a muscle game. I try to get him or punch him or push him. He's going to try to push me and regain his center, okay? So you want to be in the exact same distance when he steps forward, okay? I want to be in the exact same distance, okay, before I step in. Okay? So you have to practice that, all right? So now, that's very important. Don't forget that. Because once you get into sparring, that's where the little mistakes become glaring mistakes. They become big mistakes. Okay? And you see it, and you keep getting hit. And you go, why am I getting hit? It's because you're not controlling the distance as you're moving. Is that right? Other way. Thank you. Okay. So, now that we know that, now Brian can use his hands. Okay? And he can do simple movement, pox out, counts out, bump, whatever. But he's going to keep it simple, right? Right? See how he's moving? Always trying. I'm moving. See how I'm moving in, but he's adjusting too to maintain that range. Okay? So from here, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna stalk him. I want to get a good angle. Right? I want to get close to Brian, but he's not allowing me. Right? So I'm testing. Right? Okay, testing. Right? And when Brian feels safe, when he feels like I commit to the move, right? Then he's going to step. Yeah. Okay? And he's going to invade my territory. Right? And he's going to do that drill. Right? And we're just using a simple push drill. Right? So we're going to slow it down for you. Right? Okay? Boom. Okay? Yeah. Okay? He's coming in with a step. He's using the same footwork. He's just using his hands to shoot the basketball. I'm here. Move in. Step in. See? Right here? Yeah. See how he's got me off balance? Okay, step in. Now he shoots the basketball. And that pushes me out. Okay? Okay? So that's all he's doing. Okay? So it's the same thing. He wants to stay out. Okay? I'm the boxer. I want to try to get in closer. Right? So I'm going to try to set him up. Right? See? I'm not going to let him. Okay? But then whenever I feel like it, then I'm going to get comfortable and I'm going to throw my punch. Yeah. And then Brian's going to come in. Okay? Yeah. And okay? So you see that? So it gets comfortable. Okay? We're not moving fast, but since I got gloves on, my goal, my incentive is to try to love tap Brian. Try to touch him. Okay? By closing the gap. All right? Brian's job is to maintain the distance, okay? Medium range, right? And when he feels safe, he enters with that footwork, okay? So the goal is to learn that range, okay? That specific range. Half a step outside of boxing range. Stay there, okay? That's safe for us. When you're sparring against boxers, all right, and you're patient until you find an opening, then you go in. Okay, so that's the lesson for the day. Make sure you practice so that eventually you can lead up more and more into free sparring, right? But as you're getting better and better, you're putting all the pieces together. But again, it's always about the structure, a moving structure. Okay, and that's it, right? So I've been super busy. I'm trying to not only finish this book, but also on Wing Chun and Chinese boxing, but also on creating my first DVD training DVD set for you guys. So I'm going to be working on that. So but I'm also trying my best to try to get something out to you guys to keep you guys motivated and training, which is the most important thing, right? But just to let you know, that's going to be something in the near future. And also it eats up a lot of my time, so I don't get a chance to answer everyone's emails, messages, and things like that, or questions. I know everyone's got tons of questions, and I get bombarded by them. But and I do when I get the chance, try to view and read as many as I can. And a lot of them are very encouraging, but a lot of them are also very good. So I encourage you guys to keep asking questions, even though maybe I don't reply back to you guys. But when I see the same types of questions over and over, then those are the types of videos that I tend to lean towards to try to answer, not just for one individual, but for everybody. Okay? So we'll get into more and more sparring, aspects of sparring as we go along. Okay? But this is something that you guys should start drilling, start practicing, getting comfortable moving your structure, right? Not trying to hurt each other, but helping each other train and develop those skills that you're going to need so that when you spar, you feel comfortable. Okay? So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.